Cancerians, this is my first time shooting from my new studio. Just for Yizzle. Just like Yizzle? Okay, what do we have going on? This is being done at the exact time of the eclipse. Right as I'm doing this. I recorded this once before and it didn't go through. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. So, the universe wants me to spend a little bit more time, energy on you. Which makes sense because this is where the sun is spending more energy on you than anybody else. The North Node is on you. The North Node is our karmic finger, arrow, that we're all pointed to as a species. So we're looking to you, no pressure, we're looking to you to show us the way. Show us the way. Take me tonight to the river and wash my illusions away. There's some of that going on, washing our illusions away. One of the beneficent angles of this all is a sextile and a trine from Neptune in Pisces. Our sister Pisces sign is, that's, the Cancer is the baby water sign. Hello, little baby Cancer. I'm the Scorpio. I'm like the misbehaving leather jacket teenager in high school, or like the midlife crisis guy who has to get a Corvette with a bad leather jacket that they paid way too much for. And then Pisces is like Gandalf from The Wizard. Merlin. I bet you Merlin was a Pisces with a little bit of Sag. And he probably Gemini because Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes thrice great. Why thrice? Because the third sign of the zodiac, Gemini. You're the fourth. The home. Not just the home. Yes, you like to sit at home. You sometimes don't like to go out like other people. Because you take in lots of other people, you soak it up like a Pisces. But the Pisces has no walls. No breaks. You have all the walls oftentimes. This is asking you, oh sacred scarab of summer, the most sacred symbol of the ancient Egyptians was the scarab, who was later replaced by the carab, the crab of Cancer. The early church fathers mentioned Cancer as the sacred scarab, or rather mention Christ as the great sacred scarab. Wherever you see the Virgin Mary holding baby Jesus, and sometimes even breastfeeding him, that's Cancer in charge of the breast, who feeds the child with liquid as opposed to the Virgo with earth. What does this mean? This means we need you. Freaking need you more than ever to love us. I just wanna be loved, not for who you think I am, not what you want me to be. Real loving for me, real love with no strings attached. I wanna give you my heart, oh, wanna take it back. I'm telling you lately, I'm only human, not looking for responsibility. Just a genuine woman with sincerity. A woman who's always there to hold me. That's all I know. That might have been too much. Bougie Bonton, check him out. I may have done that little justice. Okay, the cards tell me to shut up. What would we like to bring to the Cancers who we desperately need to come out of that shell and to show us to the Pisces how to put up that wall? This is a time we need a container. What do we want our container to look like? Because what we have emotionally shaped right now will be solidified come 2020 January as the wave comes through. Whew. Oh, look who comes up, mate. It's the freaking Queen of Cups. Very much a Cancerian, very much a Piscean energy. Let's get up in there real good so you can see her. Hey? She's scrying is what she's doing. Scrying, scrying. I'm scrying. Scrying? Here's a more common way of scrying. Perhaps more efficient than a crystal ball or a pool of water. The clouds are a good one. So are your dreams. A dream journal. Only in dreams. That's 2 Roy Orbison songs in a row. The Queen of Cups is more Pisces, which I guess wants me to focus on that Pisces aspect right now. Our way out of this hard opposition, that's an opposing force that we have to balance out. We have this nice sextile and this nice trine with Pisces hosting Neptune. Neptune's home there. And it's giving us this mystical kind of a sextile. It's giving us a nice formative way to make a mystical connection happen with your higher self and the universe and others all together as one. That's Pisces. I know, they're pretty crazy. And then, oh, so here we have Pisces. There's the trine. Bam. There's the sextile. Bam. And so let's see. We can do a little bit of astrology. So your 7th house, and then your 8th, 9th. So your 9th house. Focus on 9th house is like foreign, be looking into foreign spiritualities even, or going far out in your prayer life. Taking that time to meditate, create yourself a Merkaba, and fly through the freaking crystal waters of heaven. You know how you move around up there? Your emotions. You know who rules emotions? You. You know who builds new freaking ways of feeling about things? You. The Capricorn is the master architect of the physical realm. You're the master architect of the water realm, of emotions, of feelings, of imagination. Did I say imagination? Well, then I meant it. Care, concern, creativeness, culture. I just threw that one in there because it started with C, but it makes sense. Oh, my dear Cancers. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. So it's asking us to level up in your spiritual life. Be the queen of it, not the page, not the princess, the queen. Queen bee. Very mystical card. Crossing that and fit a broken heart. Where do broken hearts go? You know, if you don't experience, the more pain you experience, the more of the heights of heaven you could ascend. I know that's fucked up. That's just the way it is. Some things will never be the same. No, no. This also reminds me of the Sacred Heart of Christ. Oh, rather, the heart of Mary. The Immaculate Heart of Mary was pierced with the lance, as prophesied. This is compassion, concern. What has happened in this world is we're so desensitized to all this pain and suffering because we see it on TV and in the news constantly. We're bombarded with it. That when we see it in real life, we ignore it. We block it out. We block it out and then we ignore it. And then it persists like a cancer. Well, how do we heal that wound, which is what this world needs right now, is healing. The Cancer shows us how to do it through concern and nurturing. One last card. Strength. That woman holding the lion, it's the woman of freaking Cancer holding the lion before we get into it. So that when we get into it, we're not just raving around all ravishly, but we are toned and we are even freaking steady Eddie with our emotions, or steady Betty because it's a girl. And then she shows up again. Shawshank Redemption. Chicago. Strength. And she's got that infinity on her head where she's the Scorpio. So now we've mended that bridge between Cancer and Pisces, and we've met in the middle, and we've taken that slithering snake that just chasing after its own appetites and looking just for survival. But that's not real strength. Realizing to live right is to live in the spiritual world, because that's what lasts. Not this material realm, it fades away. What lasts is what's in the realm of heaven, which is the darkness, which we can't see right here because we're separated by a veil. But what are some other things that go on in the dark that we can't see? Our emotions. And that's the realm that you have to dig us out of all of the suppression that we've been in this patriarchal society, and come out as that raving lioness. Lion!